Welcome back. So, last week we started talking about how to find and keep true love, because it's very important. The Bible says, "If you can find your wife, find a good," Proverbs 18:22, "and obtains the favor of the Lord." I love the way Amplified put it. It said, "He that finds true wife." So, it's not just any wife you marry that gets you the favor of God. It must be true one. So there is true love, there is false love. So how do I find and keep? And last week we did a lot to explain. Number one, the main thing in life is how to. If you know how to, the remaining is simple. How to is key. A lot of people want things they don't know how to get. A lot of people, frustration starts when you don't know how to get what you want to. Frustration in life starts when you don't know how to get what you want to. So how to is important. That's what I'm going to be putting in your hands today. The keys, the how to keep finding and keeping true love. Then we discuss about finding. The Bible said, "He who finds a true wife." So which means you've got to find. It's not going to drop on your lap. You've got to find. If you've got to find, you've got to know where to look. And we discovered that the Bible made us realize that for this cause shall a man leave his father and his mother and cleave to his wife. So you need to find. You need to find. That is a problem. A lot of people have no clue on how to find. So how to find true love. Then we talked about true and keep. We said something last week that's very powerful. If you missed that, don't miss it this time. I need somebody to even type that right now in the chat room. And that is that you are not made in life by what you find. You are made in life by what you keep. That principle is general. You are not made in life by what you find. You are made in life by what you keep in everything. I've seen people that found a good job, but they couldn't keep it. I've seen people that found a good church, but they couldn't keep it. I've seen people that found a good treasure, but couldn't keep it. I've seen people that made good money, but couldn't keep it. So in life, you are not made by what you find. So that is why in this series, I will not just be telling you how to. I will not only be talking about finding. I will be talking about keeping. Keeping is key. I was talking to some people the other time when I was talking about 10 M's of money. It's somewhere on YouTube and somewhere on this page. If you can look for it, 10 M's of money. I talked about making money, how to make, how to manage, how to multiply. When I was talking about money, the Bible said there's much treasure in the dwelling of the wise, but the stupid man will spend it all. And I said it's not what you make that makes you. It is what you manage and multiply that makes you. It's not what you make that makes you. It's what you manage and multiply that makes you. Very important. That was why when Joseph was talking to the king, Pharaoh, he said, "Look, this is it. There'll be 7 years of plenty, 7 years of famine." He said, "But this was going to happen." He said, "In 7 years of plenty, you will make, but you need to manage and multiply. That is the only way. In the 7 years of plenty, you will be able to cope." So you need to know not only how to find, but how to keep true love. I've seen people. It is after they've lost their true love that they are now regretting. Like I normally say, if you lose a man of vision because of a man of television, one day when that television is old, you will watch a man of vision on the television, and that will bring you confusion. That's the truth. That's a mouthful. I'm not sure you can type that. Let's try. Don't leave a man of vision for a man that has television, because one day on that old television, you will watch a man of vision, and that will bring you confusion. It will bring you a lot of heartache. So you need to know how to keep true love. And I told you not all love is true. Some are fake. Some are made in China. Okay, somebody said this COVID trial that if it's made in China, it's not looking like it, because sometimes we believe things made in China don't last. So there are true loves that are fake love. I'm saying that find a true wife. So you've got to be true. That is the key. Then we said 3 things are very important. Number one, to get anything in this world. Anything. Nothing is too difficult to get if you know these 3 things. I'm talking about love. I'm talking about life. I'm talking about treasure. I'm talking about money. I'm talking about a good job. I'm talking about a good house. That is nothing that is difficult to get, including true love, if you know these 3 basic things. Number one, if you know what you're looking for. Do you even know what you're looking for? Do you know? Because sometimes I send somebody, maybe I send them to my office or my table or to my car to bring something, and they come back and say it's not there. And I tell them it's there, go look again. They went and come back and say it's still not there. And I say to them, Do you even know what you're looking for? Most of the time, that is the problem. So it's in front of them, but they don't know what they are looking for. Do you know what you're looking for? Many a times, if you see gold in its raw state, it does not look like gold. If you see oil in its raw state, that's why they call it crude oil. It's very, very crude. It's not refined at all. Every treasure goes through a process. That is why, listen to what I'm about to say. You might need to help me type it so that people can get this. Listen to this. God will never give you finished product. He gives you raw material. God will never give you finished product. He gives you raw material. Let me tell you about TJ and I and every other couple I've seen. This is what happened. God does not show you the process. It shows you the end point. So many a times you have a dream. There is a way you think the spouse should look like, the bobo should look like, the bae should look like, but sometimes it don't come in that package. That is why don't marry anybody you don't feel you're on assignment to their life. Don't marry anybody you don't feel you're on assignment to their life. When TJ married me, she saw somebody that has an assignment to his life. I saw somebody have an assignment to her life. That is why I saw weaknesses more than any other person. She saw my weaknesses more than any other person. But you see, that is not wrong. It is a proof you are sent to one another. So I'm trying to say to you that you need to know what you're looking for. If you don't know what you're looking for, there is already a problem. You won't be able to find it. Some are looking for 6 packs. And maybe your true love is in amusement park. I can hear a lady say, God forbid. But you know, sometimes 6 packs does not pay school fees. 6 packs does not mean responsibility. I was telling my daughters, I said, so I was telling my sons, I said, you guys, there is no African lady that will see 6 cars and 6 packs and leave 6 cars for 6 packs. So you better get out of the gym and go and look for work. And I mean it. I'm not joking. I mean it. You will not see an African lady that we see 6 cars, 6 packs, and now walk out of 6 cars because of 6 packs. No way. So you need to know what you're looking for. Number 2, you need to know the right place to look. The problem is there are some things you can't find in some places. Basic. No matter how beautiful they are, no matter how wonderful they are, you can't. There are some of the best restaurants in the world. I stay in some of them by the grace of God, and there are food you ask them for, they most of the time don't have. You find yourself, for example, in Marriott in Israel, and you're ordering for pounded yam and ogbono soup. They don't have that. So it's not that it is not available, but you don't know the right place to look. So you need to not only know what you're looking for, you need to know the right place to look. Number 3, which I said for me is very important. Do you have the purchasing power? A lot of people, they don't have the purchasing power of what they are looking for. They don't. I've seen people say, me, I want to marry a king. But my question is, are you a queen? Because it takes a queen to marry a king. Oh, I want to marry a lady that is spiritual, a lady that dresses well, a lady that is hardworking. You, bro, spirituality, 0. When ushers count members, they count you half. Because though you are present, you slept all through, you are pressing phone. And you want to marry a spiritual lady. You want to marry a lady that has good packaging, that dress well. But you will wear yellow over red and look like moving tetracycline. Do you know how tetracycline move? You wear yellow over red. And you want to marry a lady that dresses well. You want to marry a lady that is hardworking. But you are like the hinges that Solomon talked about, turning on your bed. No, you have to meet the requirement of your requirement. If God gives some of you the kind of person you are looking for, God himself will be doing harm to that person. If God gives you who you are looking for, God will be doing harm to that person, because you will not add value to the person. You are likely to remove value from the person. This is Triumphant. I'm excited to be here with you. I want you to know I'm teaching how to find and keep true love, because you need to find and you need to keep true love. And I'm sure you're going to be blessed today. God bless you. So let's dive into the teaching. The number one thing I'm going to give you 5 points. Number 1 point, who can find? We're talking about how to find and keep true love. So number 1, who can find? Do you know not everybody is entitled to find? Not everybody is entitled to find. The Bible told us the qualification of who can find. It said, for this cause shall a man, not a boy that has money, not a boy with beards, because beards does not make you a man. If beards make you a man, every goat will be a man. You know, goats have full requirement. Full requirement of beards. Beards does not make you a man. So number 1 question is, who can find? A man, not a boy, not a bobo. Yeah, a lot of people, I see a woman saying, oh, that's where I miss it. I married bobo. I didn't marry a man. Yeah. A man will leave his father and his mother. Not a boy, not a bobo. A man will leave his father and his mother and cleave to his wife. So the first thing I want you to know is you need to marry a man. Now, there are several money misroads. Several of them. People that have money, but they're not mature. People that I call themselves men, but they don't have manners. Now, how can you be a man without manners? That's why there's manners in man. Let me say this to you. You know, the Bible talks about a woman that had an encounter with David, and she was married to a fool. And you wonder, how do women like that marry men like this? Maybe money. The fool, she herself confessed and said, Nabal is his name, foolish is his name. That name is right. It was not a mistake. You see, what the difference between a man and a boy is maturity. The difference between a man and a boy is maturity. It's not money, it's not position, it's maturity. It's not beards. I told you, goats have full requirement. It's maturity. So how do you even know a matured man? What is maturity? Maturity is the ability to delay gratification. Maybe I should come again on that. And if you're watching me, help me type that so that people can get it. Maturity is the ability to delay gratification. What do I mean by that? Gratification is things that pleasure you. Gratification is things you feel you deserve. Gratification is things that you are happy about. So, maturity is the ability to delay gratification. If, for example, a young boy is around here that as I'm doing this broadcast wants biscuit, if I don't give him biscuit, if the boy is like 1 year old, 2 year old, you know, this broadcast is over, because the big boy does not care who I'm talking to. He'll be pulling my trouser. Rev, I want big kick. Rev, I want big kick. I want big kick. I want big kick, you know. But I have a son called David Young. He's an old man. He works in my office. If David Young starts to pull my trouser and say, Rev, I want big kick. I want big kick, I'll just turn to my wife and say, go and cast the devil out of him. Why two people did the same thing? I expect one to be matured. I expect even if you want to have biscuit, you should be able to wait for biscuit. This, for me, might be the reason why God did not take off the sexual urge from singles. He kept it there. Because, I mean, somebody asked me a question and I thought about it. If God does not want the singles to have sex, why? He's God. He can switch off the urge, that they don't have the urge at all. Until the day we say, we now pronounce you brother Zacharias and sister Veronica, husband and wife. It just comes upon them. The urge just comes. Won't that make sense to you? But how will she know? How will he know that they are marrying somebody matured? The ability to delay gratification. Most of the time, 90% of the time, when I counsel a couple and they say to one another, to me about one another, he's promiscuous, she's promiscuous, I ask one question. Before you people marry, have you been sleeping together? 90%, over 95% of the time, the answer is yes. So, my angel say, when people show you who they had the first time, believe them. When a guy shows you, he can't wait to have sex, run. Because after you are married to him, you are available to sleep with him 24 hours, does not mean he won't still go outside and do what he's going to do and bring disease that might kill you and ruin your family. And the two of you might actually have a disease and die, and your children are going to be in trouble. So, I'm trying to say a man. For this cause shall a man, not a bubble, not a six packs, a man. leave his father and his mother. That's another way to know a man. A man can leave. A man can leave. You see, if you can't leave, is that where are we going to live? Let me ask my mommy. Have you met those mommy's boy? So our children, I'm thinking of which school they're going to go. Well, let me ask my daddy. Whichever school my daddy says. No. A friend of mine in those days told me that he's married. I said, congratulations. So where's your house? I want to come visit you. He said, we're still in my father's house. I said, no, you didn't marry. You didn't marry. You got your dad another wife. Because that's stupid. I mean, if you're going to get married, you should be able to move your wife. Bible said, for this cause shall the man live. Does it not surprise you that the Bible did not say, for this cause shall a woman leave? You know why? Women are quick to leave. Once a woman falls in love, she falls out of her father and her mother's house. Pam! Women are quick to leave. Women don't need to be told. It is you men. Yes. If a man is close to you, use one eye to look at him. If it's your husband, be careful. But look at him and say, it's you people. Yeah, you can pinch him. It's you people. Yeah. He said, for this cause shall a man leave his father and his mother and cleave. So, we said number one thing about being a man is that there is maturity. Number two, they can leave. Number three, they can cleave. I've seen people that can't cleave. I've seen people, they just find it difficult. They are married, but they are living like single. My son, Pastor Tejobajide, will say, married but living a single life. I've seen people like that. Cleaving is just a problem with them. That is not a man. A man must be matured enough to live and cleave. So, for this reason, shall a man leave his father and his mother and cleave to his wife. So, who can find number one? The person to find must be a man. So, people ask me every time, well, what age is it okay? I said, the only problem I have is that I've seen men at 20. And I've seen boys at 40. It's sad, but it's true. One guy came to see me years ago. I was doing a meeting somewhere in Lagos, Nigeria. And he came to see me and said, Pastor, nothing is working for me. And I've just suffered. Blah, blah. I said, so what happened? He said, it's my mother that messed up my life. When I was in London, she sent me to London at age 15. I said, dear, at this level, how old are you now? 47. And you're still blaming your mother for your life. No, that's a boy. You see, I don't know if you have noticed that sometimes boys are more packaged than men. Oh yeah, boys. Oh, by the time you put on their pampers and they have some jeans. I don't know if you've seen boys' jeans. Oh, papa. And then they put on some sneakers. When boys come, yakata. And the mom puts a bit of cologne. Kai. What you don't know is that there is mess in the pampers under. Be careful. Don't go for a boy that is packaged. Don't go for a boy. One of the ways you know a boy, for example, is that a boy can't love. That's why they can't cleave. What is the difference between love and lust? Lust is the desire to be pleasured. Love is the desire to pleasure. If you can get that, you understand love. Lust is the opposite of love. It looks alike. It sounds the same. It looks the same. In fact, lust can burn more than lust. But lust can burn more than love. But all lust wants is the desire to be pleasured. But love is the desire to pleasure. So, if you meet a boy can love, a boy can lust, a boy can have sex. But a boy can't take responsibility of pregnancy. By the time you get pregnant for a boy and you say, I'm pregnant for you, the boy will say, not me. But God is good. Most of the time when the boys are born, the baby is born, you will know it's him. Because the nose will be elephantiasis nose like his own, hippopotamus nose like his own, elephantiasis ears like his own, that everybody will know that this is you. But I'm trying to say, for this cause shall a man, look at it, a man will leave his father and his mother and cleave to his wife, and the two of them. Central English version put that Genesis 2:24 like this. He said that's why a man will leave his own father and mother and he'll marry a woman and the two of them will be like one person. So a man has the ability to wait, mature, ability to live, ability to cleave. But let me say this to you. Who should he cleave to? I'm talking about who can find. He should cleave to a wife, not also a babe. Sister Slayer, may you not slay destiny. Wow. You need to get this straight. A lot of people have been cleaving to babe, but that they are not wife materials. Look at it. For this cause shall a man leave his father and his mother, Genesis 2:24, and cleave to his wife. So what a man should cleave to must already be a wife. Oh my word. Did you get it? What you should cleave to should not be a slayer, not be a babe, should not be... What you should cleave to should be a wife. So when you're looking for who to marry, I said it before, you don't close your eyes and pray. You open it wide. Akate lege yiga, God forbid. Akotolobo, not be me and you. Akatala, tufiakpa. Go yiga, olomaje. You know what I'm talking about? It's the kind of prayer you open your eyes to pray. Watch and pray. Pray when it comes to marriage, is the case. You've got to watch, you've got to pray, you've got to watch, you've got to pray, you've got to watch, you've got to pray. And that for me is a key thing. So you must cleave to a wife, which means, ladies, that you don't become a wife when you marry. You should be a wife, then you get married. Yeah. It's not when you marry that you become a wife. Look at what a man should be looking for. That is why I said 3 things. You need to know what you're looking for. Who should look man? What should a man be looking for? Wife. Not babe. Not slim mama. Not selfie champion. Wife. So a man must be able to identify a wife. That is the key problem. Look at this. Proverbs 18:22. He will amplify it. He who finds a true wife. So what you should find should be a true wife. Women, ladies. Les Brown said, when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. Most of the time, when the girl had become a wife, the husband shows up. Because, okay, so in Canada sometime I've been looking around at houses, and there are some of them they put under construction. I'm trying to say that sometimes there are some girls under construction, there are some guys under construction. Be careful. Somebody said, well, that is why I come to church. You see, churches are not spiritual for all manner of sickness. And some of the sickness is psychological. Psychological. And so church is also an hospital that has patients. And not all patients are responding to treatment. I shouldn't be telling you this as a pastor, but a pastor is also a doctor, and the pastor must tell you the truth. Not all the patients in this hospital called church are responding to treatment. Not all of them. They carry Bibles. They have the biggest Bible. When we are preaching, they shout the loudest hallelujah. They dance. If you see their dance, both male and female, hey, they can dance. But they are not responding to treatment. So that you find them in church is not enough. You need to be sure that this person talking to me is a man. This person I'm talking to is a wife. He who finds a true wife. So lady, it does not take a slave mama to be a true wife. No. Can you keep home? A wise woman keeps her home, Solomon said. Can you keep home? Let me talk to you about Proverbs 31. People think it was Solomon that wrote Proverbs 31, but it was not Solomon. Solomon said, if you read from verse 1, he said, this is not my proverb. I learned it from my friend King Lemuel. But it's not even from King Lemuel. King Lemuel's mother taught him. So hear me. This is powerful. You need to get this. King Lemuel's mother taught him. This is words of a woman to women. So many a times when women hear Proverbs 31, say, why would they say all that? Is it not men that wrote it? It's not. Solomon wrote it from what he had from King Lemuel. King Lemuel from what his mother taught him. So let me pause to say, some of you might say, maybe that's my problem. I've never seen a wife before. My mother was not a good wife. My grandmother was not a good wife. My pastor's wife was not a good wife. How will I? Solomon said, I learned about a good wife from my friend's mom. Sometimes, God might bring you to a church and give you a pastor's wife for you to study. God might give you a neighbor that's a good wife to study. Sometimes life will give you another opportunity to learn what you need to learn. Solomon said, I didn't necessarily get this from my mom. I got it from a queen. But the queen was not my mom. It was the mom of King Glamour. So Proverbs 31 is a woman, a queen's attempt. She had lived in the palace. She's seen people come, people go. She's seen queens come. She's seen some of them lose their positions. She's seen some of them lose out. So this is an attempt to say, this is what a righteous woman look like. Go study it. One of the things he says there is that a wife will wake up when it is still night. Don't tell Barbara and Tabia, I told you this. When they were younger and they have to go to school, if you have children, you must know what I'm about to say, because children are funny. They will wake up, they will sleep till late, Monday, Sunday to Friday. To wake them is difficult. To wake them, you wake them, you pull their hair. In fact, TJ and I used to have an issue when we just got married. She used to make me late to church. So one day, God told me, follow her to see what she does. And I follow her. And I saw one of the things she does is trying to wake up the girls. She'll be pulling their hair. Then we didn't have my son. She'll pulling their hair. Wake up, honey. Wake up, sweetie. Then they will all go, mommy, I'm tired. She will say, sorry. All that 15 minutes, I say, yeah, this is why we go late to church. I took up the responsibility. I said, don't worry, me, I'll be waking them up. So I will look, I know she's not there. I'll just say, girl, stand up. They say, oh, daddy, now. You're up, let's go. Daddy said, God will forgive us. But sometimes you made her fat here. Maybe you should follow her around the house to know what she does. It's not easy. What women do, if you are there, clap for women. Just press the clap. Clap for them. They do a lot. It's not a joke. It's not a joke. So, on one of those days when I wake them, not even one, several times when I wake them up, the bear and Barbara will say, Daddy, now it's still night. Check outside. It's still night. A righteous woman wakes up when it is still night. The Bible said she looks for land and buy. She's not, mommy, we need matches. Let your daddy come. Mommy, toiletry is finished when your daddy comes. No! She bought a land from her investment. The Bible says her door is continually open to give to people. She knows how to sow. Bible says her hand is on the spindle. She knows how to prepare a family for winter. I'm not saying you should go and learn, so that's what I'm saying. I'm saying that become like that, then you'll be found. For this cause shall a man leave his mother and father and his mother and cleave to his wife. He who finds a wife. So men, you need to know what you're looking for. You're looking for a wife, not a slave queen or a babe. Ladies, you should become a wife. Then you make sure the person talking to you is a man. So the first thing I want to say is that who can find. A guy came to me from our church years ago and said, Reverend, I have a prayer point. I said, what's a prayer point? Pray for me that God will give me life partner. Oh, you, life partner. No, I'm praying that God will give you life first. Because you need to have life. Because before you can have life partner, can I say that again? You need to have a life before you can have a life partner. If you don't have a life, how can you have a life partner? You see, Jesus said something very, very powerful. Jesus said, when the blind leads the blind, both of them will enter into the ditch. When a blind man wants to cross the road and he sees another man, and because he's blind, he didn't know, and say, please, can I follow you cross the road? And the first blind man say, yes. Both of them are about to die. They're about to get hit by a car. That is what is happening in so many marriages. I've seen a blind guy bring a blind girl to me. I'm looking at the blind guy. Are you so blind you can't see you have not brought a wife? And I'm looking at the girl. Are you so dumb that you can't see this guy talking to you is not a man? Who can find? The Bible gave us the qualification. A man must find a wife, not a boo must find a bae. Like I say in Yoruba, not every boo is a boo. Some are agbelebu, Olori boo. Not a boo is a boo. You've got to be careful. So for this culture, a man leave his father and his mother and cleave to his wife. So the first thing I've talked to you now is who can find. Be a man. So what do I do with this, brethren? So if you're not a man yet, start to be a man. Start to be able to be independent, be able to live, be able to clip, be able to be matured intellectually, emotionally, spiritually, socially, financially, because marriage is costly. You've got to become a man. A man can wait. A man waits to be a man can wait to be pleasured, but a man wants to pleasure first. So if you're a lady, what do I want you to do? Become a wife, even if you're not married. Go to Proverbs 31, see your profile, and that will help you tremendously. Who can find? That is who must find. Can you imagine? I'm still on point number 1 of 5, how to find and keep true love, and my time is gone. Don't worry. Don't go yet. I'll be back. I want to pray with you. I have some information for you. Don't go yet. But I'm going to continue from here this coming Tuesday. So watch this, share it with all your friends and everybody around you, especially people that are looking to find. But I've spoken also a few things about keeping. So for singles, for couples, this is very important. So don't miss out. I'm going to come back after this time out. Then coming Tuesday is going to be fire. I'm going to be talking about when to find, because it's not enough for you. I will talk about when to find, then I will talk about where to find. Yes, I think I'll do that next week. So don't miss out. Is this a powerful one? Go there. Then go to my YouTube page. I have so many messages there that will bless you. I'll be back after this time out.